Hey guys, so I wanted to tell you a little story, but after I got done with Playlist Live in New Jersey, I went into the city, so New York City with my friend Lauren. And just to preface this, I'm a big horoscope believer. I read my horoscope pretty much daily, and if I don't read it in the morning, I try to read it at night after my day has passed and just look and see if it kind of corresponds with anything that happened throughout the day. So when I got to New York City, I knew that I wanted to go to a psychic. I am going through a time in my life where I feel very confused and stuck, and I'm trying to make big important decisions on where I want to go, you know, if I want to move out to LA, what I want to do. And I have read a quote that actually said, if you have a bunch of possibilities but you don't make any decision, you basically have no opportunity. And it was something like that, and it really just resonated with me because I feel like that a lot. I'm very indecisive. I have a hard time just taking a risk and going for it. I tend to want to wait for like a sign or someone to tell me the right answer or tell me the right way to go. And anyways, I thought going to a psychic would help me out. So when we were in New York, we were calling a bunch of psychics because a lot of them you had to make an appointment. We went to like 3 different locations and they were all closed. And so finally we found this one kind of near our hotel and they were open. So we were like, okay, this one's open. This seems like a good idea. Let's go ahead and go in. So Lauren and I walked inside and it was 2 girls and they split us up so we couldn't actually be with each other when we were getting our readings done, which was okay. I think that was kind of just for like privacy and stuff, but once we got separated it got a little scary, I guess, because we were taken into like these kind of weird like dark apartments. And the girl started looking at my hands and looking at my palms, and she started to kind of tell me, you know, based off my energy, what she felt and what she thought. And she said a few things that were pretty, like, I guess, true, but she started to get kind of specific, and she was telling me certain names and like letters that were of important people in my life and specific like lucky days and dates and all this stuff. And as she was doing this, she was telling me that there were things that she needed to fix. And in order to give me like good energy and have like the new year start off well, I would need to have these 3 candles lit, and it would cost $100 per candle. And once she did that, I would just be cleansed of bad energy and I would have so much great fortune come to me and all this stuff. And I started to kind of get the vibe that she was wanting me to buy more and more stuff as the reading went on. And I don't know, I started to get kind of uncomfortable and I didn't really feel like spending $300 on candles, so I started to tell her no, and she got a little frustrated, and she actually asked me to go downstairs and like buy a gift card for her if I didn't want to actually take the cash out on my credit card, because I had said that I didn't want to take out that much cash because Lauren and I were traveling, we were tourists in this city, like I wanted to kind of keep cash, you know, on my card. So I just started to get kind of a weird feeling, and once I finished the reading and I met back up with Lauren, we were like comparing what was said, and we ended up realizing that these 2 women told us literally the exact same things, and like not to a point where, oh, those are little coincidences, like we're similar or we're obviously good friends, like no, like the exact dates, the names, some of the letters, like just stuff that was like too similar that made it seem like they were reading off a script or they had some type of like pre-decided fortune to give people. So I think it's pretty easy to say that I was a little bit scammed or ripped off by this psychic, because none of the information was specific to me, because my friend who was like 2 doors down getting her fortune done literally had the exact same information when we talked about it. So I was kind of bummed out because I was hoping that this girl was going to give me the answers, tell me the way, just let me know what I should do, and that's not how it worked out. And so when Lauren and I were walking back to our hotel, it was a little cold, so I put my hands inside my jacket and I pulled out my ruby little heart necklace. And if you are a longtime viewer, you will remember this necklace. I used to wear it like every day, and I had actually, I thought I lost it or misplaced it. I hadn't been able to find it for a very long time, and I guess it was in the pocket of my leather jacket, which I hadn't worn in a while because obviously here in Texas it's been pretty warm. So just finding it while I was kind of already in a bad mood from thinking I was scammed or ripped off by the psychic, it just gave me like a little eerie feeling inside, because those little coincidences that happen in life, to me, they're little signs. I know a lot of people think they're just random weird things that happen, but I always kind of think they mean something. And then I was thinking back on it, and right before my trip, this guy had showed me this song that I had never heard before, and it's kind of an older song. It's not really very popular, and I didn't really think much of it at the time. And while I was on this trip, I was thinking about him, and Lauren and I went into this coffee shop, and the very first song that played was that song. And at first, I didn't notice it because it wasn't a song I had heard a lot. I'd only heard it once when this guy played it for me. But as I kept listening, I was like, wait, I've heard this before somewhere. And when I went home and looked it up, it was the song that he had showed me. And I just had so happened to be thinking about him the whole trip, and the minute we walked in to the coffee shop, it played. And I don't know, like, that sounds so silly. I know explaining this, I probably sound like a crazy person, but to me, those little things that happen in life that are just weird little signs, they matter to me and they're important to me. But ultimately, I realize that in life, you have to take risks and you have to do things and you have to just go forward and decide and make decisions and not wait around for other people or other signs to tell you it's the right thing to do. And if you've ever had something happen that was just so coincidental and how it made you feel, I'd love to hear about that in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye everyone!